Joe Biden goes to Israel, insults the Israelis by announcing an £84 million funding for Palestine, then ends the day by insulting the United Kingdom for Brexit. Oh wow, what a day, what a presidency. Yes, Joe Biden's presidency is not going well. He's going around the world with his gaffes and making a mess, then goes back home, loses more percentages in the approval ratings and loses more support. And the upcoming midterm election is going to be absolutely chaotic for him and his Democratic Party. We'll see how it goes. But let's talk about what he's been doing. He's been traveling around. He went to Israel, somehow managed to insult the Israelis. He announced they have £84 million funding for Palestine. That would be normal if America was staying out of the conflict. If they were just impartial like Switzerland, that would make sense. But you can't really do that when you're going to the other side and training their soldiers. So there's one problem. But then when he runs out of things to say, he brings up Brexit. I don't know why. He doesn't understand Brexit. He and his party are in favor of more centralization and globalism. That's why they don't really get it. He said, my background and the background of my family is Irish American. I had no idea, Joe. I had no idea. It's like Tom Tugendhat. Every 2 minutes coming out to say, I was in the front line, by the way. I served in the front line. Yeah, we know. Joe Biden says, we have a long history of not fundamentally unlike the Palestinian people, with Great Britain and their attitude towards Irish Catholics over the years. For 400 years. You understand? He's comparing himself to Palestinians. That's one. He's saying, because he didn't just say historic problems, he's saying even now, over the last few years, including the last 400 years, the Brits are treating the Irish like the way Israelis and Palestinians are treating each other. What? I don't understand. This is the same guy who was hanging out with the Irish diplomats and managed to insult the Irish by calling them, well, they're saying, I might be Irish, but at least I'm not stupid.
Well, I just want you to know, I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid. I married Dominic Giacoppa's daughter.
I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid. That was President Joe Biden. Why? Why do you do that? Why are you the way you are? As Steve Carell says in the US office. So, we have a former British ambassador to Germany, Sir Paul Lever, who's come out to say, well, Joe Biden doesn't know his history. Lever says, President Biden has compared Israel's treatment of the Palestinians with Britain's treatment of Irish Catholics. He could have also mentioned, but didn't, his own country's treatment of Black and Native Americans. I mean, that's a good point. Not just his country, his political party. Do you remember the early 20th century with KK? Do you remember Bill Clinton, what he did in New York, Chicago, and LA, in the urban areas with the black community? Do you remember what Kamala Harris did? Do you remember what you and your best friend Hillary Clinton did? Your Democrats, all your friends are the Democrats. You have caused so much division and chaos in America. Your history, a bigoted history, when it comes to everybody else who's not Irish American, is not really looking too good. But they have no idea that if you want to talk about Brexit, if you have nothing to say or don't know what you're saying, just don't bring it up. You're making a fool of yourself, your party, and your country. You're supposed to be the President of the United States, focus on American issues. But he doesn't really know. Of course, as I said, it's because he and his best friends at the WF and the European Union are in favor of centralization and globalism. Of course, they're never going to understand Brexit. Just because we voted to leave to get sovereignty and democracy and self-determination doesn't mean that we're the same as the Israelis and Palestinians, Joe. That's not how it works. But subscribe to the channel. I'm going to come back and give you more updates on what's going on in the country. I'm Tousi and we are the media.